We're playing Project Zomboid. This is the end times. As you can see, there was no hope of survival. We're gonna survive the zombie apocalypse to the best of our abilities. I'm playing on controller, so you should probably know that. I hope everyone's doing okay today, doing well. Ooh, a water bottle. I'm just trying to get some basic supplies. Some chips. I have a can opener. Raspberry shortbread, don't need it. Empty jar, I will take that if I had a backpack. There's no sheets there's no curtains on that window. See? There's the sheets. And excuse me one moment. I'm sorry, that was my noisy dog crying about something, wanting to be petted. I'd take some of these books, but I don't have the space for them. I need to find out where I am. I know where I am, I think. Zombies! Oh no! So I could sneak like that. That also brings my weapon up so I can prepare to swing it. You know, you always pull back a baseball bat before you hit somebody with it, you know. Get a little bit more momentum going around. It's the same thing. They use the same animation. This game is in active development. It's been in active development for a while, but they do work on it. So, you know, they're in the midst of revamping all the animations and adding new stuff. And I have this knife out, and I can assassinate people with it instead of just swinging. Oh no, I missed. It's like jamming it into their temple. It's a very risky way to do combat, but it's a one-hit kill most of the time. I'm trying to find my way into... I started in the West Point area. West Point, is that it? I think it is West Point. And, why is my game slowing down? Because I like that area, and I know my way around that area, and it's, like, nice and... Like, it's got a city area, so everything you need's, like, in one... around one area. So, like, there's a bookstore, there's a food store, there's a hardware store. I'm started up as a park ranger. I'm a park ranger. I know some carpentry. I could slip through trees and like the bushes and trees and stuff faster. And I know a little bit of carpentry and foraging and trapping. Uh-oh. I don't know why my game's slowing down like that. I have a good, computer. I have a decent processor, a really good graphics card by my standards. I mean, it's a GTX 1060. It's overclocked. With the 6 gigabytes of VRAM, it should not be, like, lagging out like that. And that sound you can hear, that's my character's heartbeat. He's panicking, sneaking through all these zombies. I think I know where I'm at. I know my general area. Yeah, there's the school. It's like the preschool, like the kindergarten. It's like an elementary school. There's a big high school here somewhere. There's that sign. Goofy sign. Okay, I know where I'm at. We're coming into the city, the town proper, I guess you'd say. They're pounding on windows. If they bust that window, it will make a loud chatter, obviously, and it will attract more. I'm heading for the hardware store. The hardware store, the post office, and the grocery store all have like apartments above them. It's all one big building with apartments above them. I don't know why my game's lagging out like that. I'll probably have to check it out soon. Oh, I forgot to turn my timer on, so this may run a little long. Oh, a lock. There's a zombie in here with us. I'm just that good at sneaking. So you can like disassemble the electronics and actually I want to quit that. The axe is a good weapon. A lot of people consider it the best weapon, and it is really good. But this does one hit, so if you play your cards right and sneak up on them, you can just assassinate them all. You can stomp them, And if you line up right, you can stomp their heads in. I need cigarettes. My character's a smoker. I'm just trying to do a perimeter sweep and get ready to set up my living area. Because, you know, you don't want them to bang down your doors while you're sleeping. They can bust through windows, doors, the whole 9 yards. And, it could be a bad time. But, this is a good time. Crap. I can actually come out here and I can get like cloth sacks and stuff. Excuse me, I'm gonna turn down my volume on my end. I can get cloth sacks and like fill it up with dirt, dump it out on the roof, and then I could grow out here. You can modify your weapons. You can put nails in your baseball bat. There tend to be issues with zombies in bathrooms. I may live in this one over here. I think they're banging old stuff downstairs. Yep. Zombies can see you, hear you, and smell you, so you have to be careful, you know, the things you do. That's why I want to close all these curtains, so, you know, they can't randomly look up and see me, which can happen. See, this doesn't one-hit kill. Took care of him. You can check their clothes every now and then, but you know, or their bodies, and they may have some good stuff, or just clothes, which you can rip up for bandages, cloth, and whatnot. But that's not something you want to do all the time, maybe, because they're dirty and bloody, and as you know, zombie blood leads to infections. This game has no like save points. If your character dies, you're done, unless you save scum, which makes you scum. You know, you live until you're dead. You can start a new character in the same world and find your old character's corpse or zombie. What remains of you. There's cars now. I don't much care for them. They make a lot of sound. So I could farm, I could trap animals, set up traps, I could forage like berries and like herbs. There's concrete, powder, and nails in here. You could build your own buildings. I would rather them not knock these doors down because they're kind of hard to replace. You can find stuff. I need to go back up here and sort of organize my stuff out. Anything freshish that needs to go in here. Food can rot, and eventually your power could go out, so you have no way to refrigerate your food, so you have to try to like can it and preserve it. I don't know about now, but they were trying to work on it, but before, like cans and lids were very hard to find. Move to a container. Gotta go somewhere else. Container. Container. We'll put the X in there. I'll have to go chop down some trees at some point, but I need a saw and other stuff first. I need to find a backpack. You could tear up this stuff to make bandages, so if you get hurt. A scratch has like a 50% chance to infect you, but a bite is a death sentence. Some people say like there's a 0.5% chance to survive a zombie bite, but I think that's false. Because I have never survived one without cheating. Bullets. My character is hungry. I need to eat something. Okay, I need to stop running. Add sheet. It becomes curtains. When you run, you make more noise, and zombies can track that noise if you're making too much. Okay, I'll take it. Sheet. You could use the radios to like communicate if you're in multiplayer. If they have a receiver and you have like one of the long range like CB radios, you could still like talk to them in chat, like the text chat, and they will still get it even though they're outside of hearing range. Or you could disassemble them and get electronic components to make traps, noisemakers, bombs. School bag. School bag. Cigarettes go into the school bag. I need a lighter. There's a really cheap way to survive in this game. I may show it because sometimes I use it when I want an easy mode. But basically, you can get sledgehammers, and that allows you to destroy part of buildings. And so you can take out these stairs, and these are the only stairs upstairs. And then you put a sheet rope out of the window, and you just climb in and out of the sheet rope. Now they've made it to where if zombies are behind you, they could grab that sheet rope and yank it off. And so if you end up outside the building, when they yank it off, you don't put it back. You can't ever get back in unless you build stairs up to it. The stairs are very expensive. You have to have... This stuff will eventually go bad. So I'm gonna enjoy the perishables first. And I think my character needs a smoke, so I'm gonna try to find a lighter. There's a lighter. And more cigarettes. And a shotgun. I'm not using that shotgun. Like, at all. I'm good at moving light-footed, and I'm getting decent light-footed and sneaking. My health is okay. I just took the character it randomly generated. I don't ever really bother with making a character that looks like anything in specific, so... I'm gonna say this church is probably packed. Oh, it's not a church. It looks like a church building. It may be. I don't know. See, this is dangerous because to get the one-hit kill, you have to wait till they try to attack you. And if you mess up, misfire, or whatever, they could get a bite in. You don't want them to get a bite in. I want to go to the bookstore. See, books allow you... Basically, let's say I read a book on farming. Like, the first book will give me an XP multiplier on the first 2 levels of farming. So whenever I do farming, I level up faster. The first 2 levels. That glass shattered and it's gonna attract more zombies. My character's panicking, as you can see there. So, I'm trying to remember where the bookstore is. It may be the other way. I may have not gone the right direction. It's a real pain that, like, the upper parts of the buildings aren't rendering at all, so I can see the outside. Is that an option? Let's see. Yes. Okay, we'll accept it. There it is. Hair Genesis. I don't think it's back that way anymore. I know it's like up in this part. There, it was there the whole time. There's more apartments up above these stores. My character's freaking out of breath. When you freak out, you lose accuracy. It also makes you like out of breath because you're probably hyperventilating. And I'll take that key. So, named books. Grab. I'm gonna grab that. Cooking's useful. Not a lot of people like put points at like go for cooking. But cooking's actually useful because if you farm or whatever and like your components, your ingredients rot, then you can actually still cook with them and be okay. Because like you supposedly like are skilled enough to like cut the rotten parts out of it. That's a good one. Angler. Generator book. Sorry that I don't talk constantly. I just prefer to let the game sounds speak for themselves a lot of times. Smoke bombs. These ones that just say books, all they do is like reduce your boredom and make you, because your character will get bored, then he'll get depressed and sad. They will, male or female, it doesn't matter, And then they start getting like debuffs for combat and stuff. The herbalist is a good one. It's very rare. It has been rare to me in the past. Normally, I would load up on like all of them and then go home and sort out the duplicates. And then they could just go wherever because you only ever need one copy of each book. But I think that'll do for now before I load myself up. If you get too much in your inventory, you'll slow down. Your speed will slow down, your swing speed. Yes, please. So school bags can go around your back, but duffel bags have to be carried in your offhand. If I remember correctly. But I think once I get this stuff back, we'll call it an episode, and we'll be ready to do some cool stuff. I'll do some of this reading off screen, and when we come back, we can start whatever we need to start. Other side. Normally I live over here, and I'm not used to it. But I think that's what we're gonna call it. Okay, so I'm already full of this. Container. So all your containers have like how much they could take, and you have how much you could take. But I think we're gonna call it here, and I will see you next time.